All right, it's D-Day. We've got the machine home and we've got the new side panels. Hopefully I've got them the right way around. They are slightly different because nothing homemade is ever perfect. But anyway, got the wooden paddle. It is a bit chunky, but everything else is chunky, so why not? I have some new timber bits and pieces coming from Spectre, is it? I can't remember who I ordered them from, but I'll do an unboxing and an install when they come. In the meantime, let's get these side panels on. Excuse the bits and pieces. Yeah, I will get the side panels on. I'm actually expecting my naked portafilter to arrive in the post any minute now. The tracking says it's on its way. If it arrives, we'll try and get some nice, sexy espresso shots poured. So I'll get the side panels on, then I'll turn it on, let it get hot, and we'll pour some shots. All right, see you in a minute. All right, it's the next day now, and that's because these took a little bit more work than I thought to get them to fit, and it's to do with some extra fittings obviously on here. So the original pieces no longer quite tucked in under this top cover because this kind of pulls it down a bit and the back cover kind of pulls it in a bit. Anyway, just need a little bit of sanding down, filing down. And while I was out doing that, the courier knocked on the door. Apparently I didn't hear him. Said no one answered, so he didn't drop this off. He took it to the local depot and I had to go and get it. But anyway, I have it now brand new from La Mazzocco, Australia. Pretty cool. And yeah, so what I've noticed, that the overpressure valve, which is that, hard to tell, that grey one there, that silver one, that there is set to about 10 or 11 bar, just so that if anything goes wrong, it'll always drain water at that pressure, so it'll never go too high. But the pump pressure is not set high enough. The pump pressure is set to about 7 bar or so. So when I'm pulling a shot, no matter how tight, how fine I grind and how tight I make it, it won't go above about 7 bar. So I need to fix that, and that's adjusted on the pump itself, which is under there. So what I'll do is I'll get some tools out and I'll possibly show you how I'm going to do that and how I'm going to test it. So stay tuned. All right, so this is the pump. There's a little locking nut here, this black one, and this bolt here, I'll just call it a bolt, pushes in and out of the pump. And obviously, or maybe not obviously to everyone, but as you wind it in, it obviously tightens a mechanism, a spring perhaps, I'm not really sure. Let's go with the spring. And that makes it harder for the water to get past. So the theory is if I tighten it, it should be a higher pump pressure at the other end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back off this locking nut just a little bit, wasn't very tight, and wind this in, but only once I've got a shot loaded so I know what's happening. All right, give me a second. All right, so I've got the blind filter in here, and I'm just going to put the pump on. As you can see, even with the blind filter, it doesn't quite get to 9 bar. So just turn that in, and I'm hoping to get it up to about 9.5 bar with the blind filter. Maybe I back it off a little bit. See how that goes when I'm pulling a shot. And that's it. See what happens now. So I'll tighten that locking nut now. Just nip it up a bit, not too much. Don't want to overdo it, it looks plastic. Alright, now I'll load up a shot and I'll show you that anyway. And if the pressure works, it works. If not, then I have another issue and I will have to make another video about that because I don't have time today. Alright guys, 19 grams in. Baratza set 270 is my current home grinder. I'm thinking of upgrading, but it's all money. And this project kind of pushed me over the edge. So we will wait and see how we go in the next few months. In the meantime, excuse the noise. These things are loud. fluffy grinds though, have to admit, it's very good for a small grinder. Alright, full shot. Always weigh things. Got their KS scales, Pearl I believe. I can't remember exactly what they are, but let's see if I can get this at a good angle. Bit of a pre-infusion. And then full pressure. Just to prove a point, look at that, spot on. Very slow pour though, I will have to adjust the grind, but that's because the pump pressure was all over the place initially, so this is a very slow pour. Don't forget there was about 10 seconds of re-infusion. Ramping down, killing the shot. Not bad at all. Might make a little piccolo out of that. See how we go. Now, one of the main concerns was this steam wand would be a little bit too much for small coffees. As you can see, it's got the full GS3 steam power. So we'll see how we go. It has some serious steam power and it's not going to take long, so I've got to put this down. Didn't take long at all. Got a quick wipe. Alright. Just try and not make a mess of this. Very, very creamy, and this is again a tiny little jug in a small cup with a double shot. Not a lot of headroom here. Let's see how we go. One-handed. It's hard to, obviously, texturing was a bit one-handed as well, but you get the point. Pretty cool. I forgot to show the hot water. Same thing. Pretty cool. I mean, does everything I need it to do. So yeah. Fantastic, super happy. Any other updates I will probably make shorts instead of full videos. This will be maybe the last full length video on this, we'll see. I've got some nice timber bits and pieces coming. I had to make this myself because it doesn't really exist anywhere else, but these I bought from Spect, I believe it was. I will do an unboxing video and show you just how easy it is to swap them over, and hopefully the timber matches. See how we go. Thanks guys.